This is the third part to my journey of enjoying sim racing again series. I actually recorded this video first, so at some points throughout the video I may refer to this as part 1, but just know that this is part 3, and it's about drifting today. So I thought that we would jump into some drifting. If you haven't done drifting before, whether it be in real life or in the sim, I recommend you come into Assetto Corsa, some great default content to get yourself learning. Drifting is a really powerful skill. It helps you a lot with your car control, and it's just really satisfying, honestly. I'm not going to be doing a tutorial of how to drift here because there's lots of tutorials on how to drift in Assetto Corsa on YouTube, but I thought I just want to show that there is a lot of fun to be had with doing some drifting. So there is default content that you can do drifting with on Assetto Corsa, but here I am using the default BMW M3 E30 drift variant, which I found is one of the easier cars to drift out of the default cars in Assetto Corsa. And I'm using a modded track, which is a really open skid pad, which is really good for you to just learn your basic drifting skills. So I'm just going to quickly go out there, change a couple basic things on the setup first, like putting the old tyres on and turning off the ABS. And yeah, let's go. I have a direct drive wheel, by the way, so if you're using something like a Logitech G29 or something, you're going to probably want to turn up your force feedback. Alright, so I'm coming quite close to the centre of the skid pad, and we're going to start off with a fairly tight radius turn here. Picking up speed until the rear kicks out, letting the wheel slide through our hands, and then catching that angle and controlling the slide with the throttle and counter steering at the same time. That's the very basics of how to do it. There's many, there's different ways you can engage a drift. Like you can clutch kick, you can also use a handbrake, or just power into the turn, like I've done here. And I'm by no means a pro drifter. I'm quite shocking, but at least I know how to control the slide, and I feel like that's good enough to have some fun. Alright, so I'll leave this track in the description as a download, because I know that for those who haven't done any drifting before, you're probably going to want a nice open space to practice getting sideways and controlling a slide. I think this is perfect for it. As you can see right now, just trying to practice holding on a consistent line. It's satisfying, that's one thing, but it's also very good to develop these car control skills. It'll help you catch your slides in track racing way better. You'll be able to feel the car a whole lot better once you naturally know how to keep the car in a slide like this, and to correct it as well. And also learning to come out of a slide, correcting it into a neutral sort of straight position. Very good skills to learn with drifting. Okay, so this is the default drift track on the Assetto Corsa. There's plenty of little routes that you can make up your own little path through. There's no set path that you should have to follow. And drifting is not all about going in circles as well. You want to do some transitions. It feels so good once you get it right. We're going to go out there now, find a little path to follow, and just get sideways. Alright, so at the back part of the circuit, things are a lot tighter than the other side of the track, so very nice for creating yourself a little slow-paced rhythm. You only need to keep in second gear, so you don't have to worry about consistently changing through the gears. I'm by no means a pro, I've said this before, but honestly it feels quite good. Oh, it wasn't quite perfect, but we'll loop it around. Back into second gear. Just learning to hold the car consistently sideways. You don't want too many erratic movements with the steering wheel. Avoiding hitting walls and cutting over the grass. All a part of developing your car control skills. And they're very useful, especially when it comes to racing. Okay, now I'm going to try the same route but backwards and see how that turns out. Keep that rear moving around nice and sideways. Oh, I've got a little bit side there. I've cut the grass a little bit. It wasn't my best drift, but I will keep going. Not too bad. Can I make the little loop here? Oh, no, I haven't got that quite right. We'll keep going though. Okay, so my counterclockwise route hasn't been so clean, and probably shows that I need to do a little bit more practice going not just one way but the other way as well. All a part of That's all a part of the fun of learning. Alright, so now I'm going to try a faster route. If you go online, there's plenty of drift servers available on ACC. There's always people doing drifting online, and you'll almost always find them doing this one particular route. It's a clockwise route, and yeah, there's no left turns at all except this one. And then you're back to swinging the car to the right. See if I can throw it into a 360 entry. Oh yeah, just got it, just held it, not quite. Wasn't my best, but we held it. If you're going to do some online drifting, I'd suggest you learn this route, because you'll find most people, when you hop into the servers with the default content, doing this exact route. So get yourself used to it, and then hop into a server and see what you can do. Oh, that was not my best entry. Oh, and we're going to meet the wall. No, we're going to keep it off the wall at least. Okay, we're going to try to do one lap of this route. Can I keep it on the grey stuff? Not bad. Keep the car sideways. This is the only left-hander. Oh, that's way too sideways. Way too much. And we've thrown it. Okay, we'll attempt that again. This high-speed one's one of the more difficult ones. Trying to get this consistently without cutting the grass or hitting the wall. It's not too easy, but it looks like I managed to do it this time around. Here we go. Oh, I've come out of my angle a bit too early there. Just nibbling on the grass. Now let's try not to spin it this time. Oh, wasn't my smoothest entry. Can we keep it going? Yeah, we can keep it going, and that's another lap. That's a solid lap. I didn't throw it off the track that time, so I'm happy enough. I think we'll hop into an online session now and see what we can do. Right, so I've jumped into an online session, and there's a few people in here. There's often people lurking around online. We'll see if I can find somebody to get sideways with. There's also many drifting communities on Assetto Corsa, so if you're really wanting to get into the drifting scene on Assetto Corsa, then have a look through the server list, and I'm sure you'll find people to link up with. And you can see a few guys in the distance just over there. I want to see if I can catch up with them and get involved. Okay, so I've hooked onto the tail end of this lot. Well, I try my best not to disturb them, but I also want to get involved. Oh, that's too much angle. Okay, this might take a bit of time to get used to. Oh, somebody didn't want me to join them. Right, I'll try and catch up with them again. Oh well, unfortunately I caught up to them and everybody split apart. Let's see if anyone gets back into a rhythm. Another thing that you might notice is I don't exactly have the best wheel for drifting. It's a GT wheel with a flat end on the bottom. You're ideally going to want a nice circle round wheel for drifting, so it slides through your hands smoothly and you don't get interrupted with this big bump at the bottom. I'm just doing with what I can because it's the only wheel I have at the moment, but it works for now. Oh, we've been... Okay, so something I've learned very quickly is that it's very difficult to drift sideways with somebody with a single screen setup, especially with my field of view settings, because once I'm beside them I have absolutely no idea. Oh, that guy's entered another dimension. As I was saying, I found it really difficult to be right next to somebody when drifting because you can't see them, especially with a single screen setup. I've got no idea what to really expect. I don't know how far, like that guy right there, I had no idea where he was. I have no idea how close I am to somebody when I'm next to them. It would be a whole lot easier with a third screen or with a triple screen setup. I'm just doing with what I can for now. And I'm also finding that there's only about two other people on the server that really know how to drift properly at the moment, so it's getting quite difficult because other people keep hitting them and then they get split apart. So what I think I'm going to do here is have a little bit more fun on my own and just see what happens from here. There's also heaps of modded drifting content, both cars and tracks on Assetto Corsa. If you have even a brief look around on the server list on Assetto Corsa, you'll quickly find plenty of drift servers running all sorts of content online. So you won't have to be doing this all on your own. And I strongly recommend, if you haven't done this, if you haven't done drifting before, and if you have mates that haven't done it either, all of you just hop into an online call and practice it together, and you'll make some great sim racing memories. It's a lot of fun. Oh. Right, I'm gonna go throwing it in. Oh, I haven't quite got the angle. Uh-oh. Ooh. Well, I went from trying to get my drift license to getting my helicopter license instead. Always center your steering wheel before leaving the pit lane. Okay, so I'm quickly learning that I need to spend a whole lot more time doing practice here, but you know, that's a part of the fun, just learning and developing your skills. Yeah, well, that guy didn't execute that drift too well. I'm hoping that you guys can see there's a little bit of fun to be had here. It's not something that I would... I think everybody in the session has as much practice as I do. This is not something that I would spend all of my time doing, but no, it's definitely a good place to come develop your car control skills, and I'd highly recommend it if you haven't done it before. This video has been completely unscripted, so I have no idea how it's going to turn out. I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts and ideas about this series and what I can do to make it a little bit better. These are just some things that I like to come back to every once in a while to have a bit of fun. I'm sure you guys have some ideas, things that you like to do that's out of the ordinary, away from the typical hardcore track days and track racing sort of thing. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, and I'll see you very soon.